me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to get backs. Into the space that I'm in. They call me Bobby Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I run no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a dilute. I order blood on my tongue. Thinking this is warm blue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. Just throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. My breath is sitting in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up. I'm drinking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
What's up, everybody? Had to get back on StreamYard because that mug was tripping. I don't know what can y'all hear me? First of all, can you hear me? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got the fancy overlays and all of that, but can you hear me? Tell me if you can hear me or not. Okay. I don't know what was going on over at Evie Mux. Evie Mux did excellent right before when I got on earlier. Now I wanted to be stupid. You know what I'm saying? But nah. That's the only thing I can say is nah. So I got to do this all over again because it was being stupid. But you already know what it is. The real question is, mud was being wackety whack 100. I don't know. I have no idea what was going on, but we back to our, our standard, version of the Dre Max show. What's up, y'all? That was wild. I'm not even gonna hold you. That was wild. I don't know. I can't even call it. I don't know what to say. It was just weird. It was just extremely, extremely weird. But anyway, so we're back now. I can actually now talk. I was really, literally, legitimately talking to y'all, like, about Sonic. And I was so excited about Sonic. And to let you know that all my icon was this up, that was wild. That was wild. And it's crazy because I legitimately just paid for Evie Mux. Like, I paid for Evie Mux. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to work that out. I don't know what the hell is going on. I literally just got home. I turned my computer off, my MacBook off. You know what I mean? Which was crazy. Like, what's crazy is that it worked the first time. It worked the first time. Like, when I went on earlier, it was perfectly fine. And then in my theater, it was probably like 10 of us here. It was like maybe 10 people there. It was just, I went by myself. I was in there chilling by myself. Didn't even get no popcorn because I already ate before I got there. I just really wanted to watch. I really wanted to watch it because I was a fan of Sonic 2. I was actually a fan of all 3 Sonic movies. You know what I mean? Like I said, I went tonight. He said Tom Romantics was hacking the stream. What up, Robbie D? I think it could have been. I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened, but I think there was some technical difficulties with Evie Mux because it was trying to tell me that my what was it saying? That my it was something it was saying about my the picture that I had. It was something. I don't know. It was weird. It was weird, but you know what I mean? It'll be all right. We good. But let me kind of I've said this before. I hate I really just man, because I said so much and then Now I kind of just got to go over through it. So let me just go through like basically the premise. So the premise of the movie is that it's loosely based off of Shadow the Hedgehog, the video game, where Shadow is a containment. He breaks out, he goes and gets gun. To find out that a young girl Maria that he befriended, died, and he been in this canatotic state for 50 years. So once he emerges, he takes revenge on Gun. Now it's time for Team Sonic to come back and save the day. Will Sonic make the right choices? Will Shadow make the right choices? That is what the movie is about. The premise of the movie is about choices. When you're in dire situations and all of that, when you're consumed with anger, guilt, or all of that, what would you do in the heat of the moment? So that is what the premise of the movie is. Now, what I will tell you is this. I had so much fun. I had fun watching this. I was laughing. I enjoyed myself because I'm also a Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I played a good. There's still games that you're just not going to play because they're not even on systems. Like I'm not getting a 3DO. I'm not getting a Sega CD. So I've never played Sonic. Well, I technically have played Sonic CD. It's just a main version of it. But you know what I mean? So I caught everything. Every matter of fact, the opening scene is a complete the scene with Shadow is all an Easter egg for Shadow the Hedgehog. It's literally not a recreation of Shadow the Hedgehog, the video game, but it's very much a lot of it. You know what I mean? It's very much a lot of it. But I'm not going to do any spoilers. I'm not gonna do any spoilers for this. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say anything that's spoilery. This is just my thoughts. Number one, the theme of it about choices was a good choice. Because it's a good choice for kids. This is made for kids with some adult stuff in it. I'm gonna get to the adult part of that here in a moment. But it's good for kids because kids need to learn about choices. So that's what I really liked about the movie is that it did dive deeply into what are choices that you make. The choices that you make out of fear, out of anger, even out of happiness and joy. Sometimes you could be misconstrued. You know what I mean? Because you're overfilled with emotions to be able to not make a logical thought. So that is one of the things that I really liked about that. And kids could be able to understand it because they legitimately lay out the red carpet of what the theme is going to be from the very beginning, and are those choices that you make, are they going to benefit you or are they not going to benefit you? So those are the things that I really like. First of all, Jim Carrey going full Jim Carrey again. I love, and they do make, if I could compare it to a movie, but PG-13 or PG, Deadpool. And the reason why I said Deadpool is because of the fourth wall breaking, Jim Carrey doing Jim Carrey shit. You know what I mean? Jim Carrey is full Jim. I see, for me being a fan of Jim Carrey ever since A Living Color, you know what I'm saying? So we used to get in trouble in school doing Fire Marshal Bill. All of that, to see him back as full Jim Carrey, I absolutely loved it. I was laughing. My people in the movie theaters, and I could tell that some of those people were younger, was not laughing as hard as I was laughing. I was laughing. You know what I mean? I was cracking up. You know what I mean? Because they allowed him to be full Jim Carrey. And I love that. You need him to be full Jim Carrey to get the full Jim Carrey experience. And honestly, because this is more like the Sonic, I think it's Sonic Prime, or one of the Sonic cartoons that is out. I don't know if it's Sonic X. It's one of the ones that is no, it's not Sonic X. It's I can't think of the name of it, but it's they have the what did you call that? I can't think of the name of it, but it's literally like a Sonic. It's like one of the newer Sonic video games. Is it Team Sonic? Hell, I don't know, because I don't watch this stuff like that. My kids, I'll watch it with my kids. You know what I mean? Kind of makes the Sonic Boom, but the reason why I said it like that is because Dr. Robotnik is silly. And I think it might be Sonic Boom or one of those. But Dr. Robotnik is silly and he needs to be silly. You know what I'm saying? He's a silly character. And in that cartoon, he's silly as hell. So for Jim Carrey to do Jim Carrey stuff and be silly as Dr. Eggman, I needed that. It was fun. Especially if you ever play Sonic Generations. Especially future Sonic. I mean, so future Eggman is just as silly as future Sonic. You know what I mean? And you kind of need that, and it's fun. I enjoyed every minute of Jim Carrey just being just silly. I need that, and sometimes I know I get on here and I complain, I riff, I rant or whatever, but when there's good stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have fun with the good stuff. And this was one of those feel-good movies that, that I can have fun with. You know what I mean? I can literally just sit back. I can just turn off my brain and let them be silly. And like I said, it's for kids, but the adults. So let me get to the adults. First of all, Tina. Oh boy. Whew. But her and James Marsden in the human characters are kind of secondary in this, and this is good. And this is where I like Transformers 1 compared to the live action, because the focus is on the like in this movie, the focus is literally on Tina, whatever, she fine. But the focus is literally on Team Sonic. The focus is not on, and they did that like the first Sonic movies. It suffered a little bit because we spent so much time with the human characters. And if you ever play Sonic Adventures, there's too many times where you're just around human people and I don't care, and then it gets weird. But when it's focused on Sonic, that's the best part about it, because we get to go on the adventure with Sonic, with Tails, with Knuckles. We get to focus on them and, what they're doing in their daily lives. That's fun. That's fun. And I had fun when it was focused on them. You know what I mean? When it moved back to Dr. Robotnik and all of that, I still was having fun because Dr. Robotnik was being silly. So I need silly Dr. Robotnik. I have no problem with silly Dr. Robotnik. You know what I mean? So I was having fun. And that's the biggest thing. When I went into this movie, was I going to have fun? You know what I mean? Was I going to enjoy myself? Was I going to have a good time with this movie? And yes, I did. I would say if I'm going to say any drawbacks, is just like with Deadpool 3, you know what I mean? There's certain things that could be, drawn out a little too much. And sometimes you can have a joke last a little too, like it wears out its welcome. Not that it's not funny, it's dragging on a beat too long. You know what I'm saying? And you want to get it. What's funny is that they didn't do that with Sonic. You know what I mean? Like, as much as I like Jim Carrey going full Jim Carrey, there's a particular joke or two that just went on a beat too long where you're like, okay, all right, I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? It also, I would say, the stakes of it, for Shadow was big, but what about the stakes for, because eventually I kind of want to move away, because we're getting, of course, we're going to get more and more and more Sonic characters. So the more Sonic characters that we get, the more and more we need to move away from the human characters. You know what I mean? And I think that now I'm not saying that the human characters are, don't need to be there, but you know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna get the Sonic characters, let's give us the Sonic characters and stop playing with us. You know what I mean? Let's get all the Sonic characters. Let's go full fledged. You know what I mean? All of that. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, while we get it, bring your little white back. Bring your little white back. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you? You know what I mean? So he can voice a Sonic or something. I didn't see Planet. I seen the original. I mean, I seen Planet of the Apes, but not the newest one. You know what I mean? Not the newest one. All right, I'm gonna start reading some of y'all comments. I enjoyed the human characters, but I'm investing in what's going on with Sonic. Like in the first film, when they gave us the quick backstory, I wanted to say in that world, yes, I agree with you, Aisha. When you gave me Green Hills, you gave me Green Hills. I wanted to stay in Green Hills and hear the Sonic theme song a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to stay over there with Longclaw and those flashbacks and stuff like that. Like they just, and I get it. The way that you move into, it was a buddy cop movie at the beginning, so they were already establishing a team atmosphere. So when you bring in Tails, you bring in Knuckles, you're bringing in the team atmosphere, which was something that was hit on in this movie about being a team and we're friends. And that's that's actually a big thing that adults need to actually understand. Like, you know what I mean? That we're a team. You're my best friend. I got your back. You know what I'm saying? Even if you fall or even if you make a decision I don't agree with, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm still here for you. I got your back. As long as you learned your lesson, you didn't fall. You know what I'm saying? From said decision, I got your back. You know what I mean? So I like that. I like that because, again, when you have, for kids and adults, look, you got your kids and you're trying to tell them that, you got to be able to learn to work together as a team. If you're in school, you're doing a project or something, that's the team. You can't let the team down. So you got to give 110% just like everybody else. But also your decisions affect the actual team. If you're going to be the leader, how are you going to lead your team? You know what I mean? How are you going to know your role? Hell, people in relationships need to understand that too. That we're a team, but each of us got a role to play. People who are asleep, how deep Sonic 3 can get. Let's keep it real. Sonic 3 can get a little deep if you think about it. And family is not by blood, but who's around you and who's a part of your tribe. And we all know, if you've seen the movie, we all know who failed that one. So, that's the way that I look at it. I like I said, there were certain things that I wish, there's certain things that I wish, but you gotta hold off for it. Shadow's chaos power, other characters coming from the side the Hedgehog universe and stuff like that. I can't wait for them to come in. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I said, I have fun. I have fun. Actually, this is the first movie. Like when I went to go see Kraven the Hunter, I fell asleep because it was boring. It was boring. I wasn't bored. Now, one thing I can say, even though some jokes lasted a beat too long, the movie still was. I want to say, what was it? An hour and maybe what was the runtime on this? Like an hour and 45 minutes. What? Yeah, I was right. And it didn't, I always talk about, everybody knows Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 movie is my favorite favorite comic book movie of all time. One of my favorite movies of all time. You know what I mean? But you know what I like about that movie? Bow, 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 bow. They run straight through the movie. They give you the flashbacks. They get out of there. The jokes are over. Say they're welcome. Then boom, boom. Something weird. Like when Donatello is laughing, you know what I'm saying? When he said it's a Kodak moment, and you can see dude's mouth inside of a mouth, weird. You know what I'm saying? Or when when Donatello skateboarding, you can see the hand, weird. You know what I mean? But it goes so fast. In this movie, when they say gotta go fast, it did. It boom, boom, boom. It kept me engaged. I wasn't bored, and I think some of these movies got to understand, you got to get to the point. We got to get to the point. We can't lay around with the joke. We can't lay around with a somber moment when we got things going on. I understand some things need to be lasted of a beat unless it's made for comedic purposes when it comes to dramatics. The only thing I would say, I wish they would have just stayed with Shadow and hit home how hard it. This is not a spoiler because this is from the video game. How hard it was for him to lose Maria. You know what I'm saying? A little bit long, like a beat or two longer. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of go back to it in a later scene where he's reminiscing. You know what I'm saying? Because there's something that happens in the scene, so he's reminiscing on what happened. But I wish it would have we would have got that part. You know what I'm saying? At the backstory portion, it just hit a little harder for him, and maybe because it's Keanu Reeves' voice in Shadow. So let's talk about the voice acting. Let's talk about this before I get to you guys' comments and get the hell up out of here. Let me get to the voice acting. Keanu Reeves is John Wick. Well, actually, technically, Shadow is John Wick. If you think about it, Shadow the Hedgehog came out in 2005. And first of all, they didn't kill his dog, but they killed his best friend. He walks around with an Uzi, you know what I mean? And he's on a revenge spree. Who is the best casted for that but Keanu Reeves? Like, let's go. Keanu Reeves, amazing. Amazing in this. I loved it. I loved it. I loved that casting of Keanu Reeves. Idris Elba, because I keep messing up with the gun, but yes, it was very intentional because that's the opening to Shadow the Hedgehog, the video game. But him, damn, Idris Elba as Knuckles is always great. I love that they didn't make him kind of like what they did in the video games, kind of made him like brew kind of surfer dude, that, and they gave him that voice, and I'm an echidna warrior and all that. Man, loved it. Loved every minute of it. Loved every minute of it. Of course, Sonic and Knuckles is you know what I'm saying, is most definitely, you know what I mean, like the top of the crop. Let's keep it real. That they're at the top of the crop. With their voice, with the voice acting. You know what I mean? Biz Schwartz is Sonic, you know what I'm saying? And the lady who plays Tails is also the lady from the video game, which I think that's still awesome. That was awesome. That was awesome. So, and like I said, it is some moments in there that I really like. Is that her name, Colleen Smith or something like that? What's crazy is that she's not on the casting list here, which is wild. Why she's not on the casting list? What she do? She's a big part of the movie. Let me go to IMDb. IMDb got the casting. No, Colleen O'Shaughnessy. That's who it is. Colleen O'Shaughnessy. She's the voice of Tails in the video games too. You know what I mean? So, you said don't forget the door. The door scene. He said Shadow has some Baltimore in him with that gun. Nah, he was John Wick. You talking about when he went to go knock on the door and Knuckles was like, "Bow." Oh, she is the voice of. That's right, she is the voice of Wasp. Everybody is Heroes. If y'all haven't watched that, that's dope. That's dope. Oh, Tika. Oh yeah. Agent Stone is a big part of this movie. He's. Do you know what I mean? I gotta remember. I gotta remember because remember I just fresh got out, so I got a lot of the movie swirling in my head what I'm thinking about. So you're gonna have to inbox me on Instagram to tell me to have me remember because I'm trying to think about that. But it is the best trilogy, video game adaptation trilogy that they have. This is the best. You know what I mean? I will say this. This is the best. I don't think Like Mario Brothers was dope. Don't get it twisted. Mario Brothers was dope. But I think this is better. He's 1,000%. Yeah. 10,000% the muscle. Yeah, you gonna have to inbox me because I'm trying to remember. Oh, I know what you're talking about. That was dumb. It was funny too. It was. I don't want to spoil that. I don't want to say it because that'd be a spoiler if I actually say it. You know what I mean? So I don't want to spoil it. But let's just say they was doing the worm. Let's just say they was doing the worm, and I like that. I like that. But yeah, the Sonic, Sonic had a listen to this. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me just put something in perspective for y'all. Y'all, it's gonna piss y'all off, but I'm gonna have to put something in perspective for y'all. Um, hold up. So Sonic the Hedgehog came out in 2020. Blade came out. I mean, Blade was announced in 2019, San Diego Comic Con. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I gotta see Nosferatu. I gotta see that. I gotta see that. But all I'm gonna say is, Sonic the Hedgehog came out in 2020. Blade it got announced in 2019, and then it had 3 Sonic movies and a redo on Sonic's face. All I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say, y'all. Yeah, no, I'm saying from the Mario movie, you know what I'm saying? As far as not saying what it can be, just the movie itself. I think Sonic was better. Sonic the Hedgehog compared to the Mario movie, I think Sonic was better. So I'm not comparing Sonic in the 3 trilogies of movie. I'm saying Sonic 1, Mario 1. And I like Mario. I like Mario. Trust me, I really like Mario. But yeah. Just think, all I'm saying is think about it in that perspective, and this should piss you off about Marvel. But they can make a what if would a lady and a duck have a baby? Gross. If Sonic 3 and Mufasa did not come out on the same day, it would have made more money its opening weekend, in my opinion. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna wait on Mufasa to come out on Disney Plus for me to watch it. I wasn't really like, I wanted to watch Sonic 3 because I'm already invested in the Sonic. So I wanted to see it. Yep. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they did. I'm sick of the Robotniks always being the villains. I mean, he's the villain in almost except for Sonic Generations. So it is kind of his fault. Yeah, actually, he's not the main villain, but he's a villain. You gotta have Robotnik. He's who would you Ty, who would you want it to be the villain? Yeah, it's Jessica Jones. Yeah. At first I was like, she looks familiar. Oh, snap, it's Jessica Jones. I guess she's coming back. But the guy who was getting that morning coffee can't. Well, why the man who was getting that morning coffee can't? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Why can't he return? The first video game trilogy ever. Yep. Hold on. I'm just trying to go back to some of the comments. Yeah, if they would have, it would have turned into a Shadow movie. And I'll be here for it. I'll be here for it. It really, you know what I'm saying? Their story and they're not saying their story intertwines, but there's a lot to their story. So, to each of their stories. So yeah. All right. Yeah, the Black Doom. Why did the Black Doom get there? Because of the Dr. Robotnik? Because of Eggman? So, but I wish they would have did the alien invasion storyline. That would have been dope. I wish they would have did that. Honestly, that's not bad. That's not bad for Sonic. That's not bad. And if you notice, all the Sonic movies have been self-contained. You know what I mean? This is really the first. I mean, this is the first time they kind of went off-world, as you could say. But yeah, I like I said, I liked it. I liked it. I had fun. Like I said, there's so much to this that you can that you could grow from. So I don't know. Like I said, I liked it. I liked it. All right. What do y'all got for me so I can get up out of here? It's after well after midnight, and I'm on here talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. I do want to see Nosferatu though. Yeah, and like I said, it's still and it was still. I mean, yeah, the first one they kind of they that was self-contained. Then it went to like all over the world in 2, and then this one they went off world, but it was still self-contained. I just wish I wish it could gross more money, so we could go back to actual Sonic's, so they could go back to Sonic's world. You know what I mean? And actually have an adventure in Sonic's world. They said this is off topic. Center's release date has changed from March 7th to April 18th. I wonder why. Vector the Crocodile. Yeah, he's silly too. Who would you want to voice him? If you could pick any type, you could pick any voice actor to voice him, who would you pick? And I'm about to wrap this up here in a second. Because actually, I ain't gonna lie, now I'm tired. Even though I slept all day. Adam Sandler, Bill Skarsgård, the Adam Sandler would be fun because all I would think of Count Dracula, Dracula from Hotel Transylvania. I think that'd be funny though. Like I said, as long as it's fun. Yeah, I seen the teaser of Happy Gilmore 2 because of the Chiefs, because Travis Kelce is in it. So I think this is it for Jim Carrey. You think this is it? I can see that. The way that if you stick around, there's 2 post-credit scenes. There's a end of the title. There's a post-credit scene right after the movie, and then there's a after credits post-credit scene that hints of what we could see in the future. So I could see, but the only thing about the first post-credit scene, you kind of need Dr. Robotnik for that too. Unless somebody else is taking over. I don't know. But I don't know. It's Jim Carrey just gives you something with these movies. He just gives you that, I don't know. So I don't know. It's gonna need somebody funny. You're gonna have to. I can see Jack Black voicing, because look what he did with Bowser. That was awesome. What he did with Bowser was awesome. So, peaches, 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 peaches. You know how many times I got in trouble by YouTube for using that song? So, yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and Chris Pratt. I don't want Chris Pratt doing a voice. I wouldn't want him doing a voice. Yeah, and I can see that. I can see that. I seen the behind the scenes where Jim Carrey actually grew his hair out to cut it by the yes. Let him stick to the Mushroom Kingdom, please. Yeah. Stop it, Ty. Yeah, let him just do Mario. Yeah. And I liked his, but everybody was talking crazy about his Mario. I liked his Mario. I really did. I liked his Mario. But you already know what, if I do this, you already know what time it is.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
All right, I'm getting ready to wrap this thing up so I can get up out of here, man. Thank you so very much for tuning in to this impromptu live review. I need to edit this and put super late review and thoughts. But thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Mac Show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you never, ever, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. I'll holler at y'all probably tomorrow. Where's my outro at? Ain't no Chiefs because we're already in the playoffs. Go Chiefs! Gotta go.
Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over?
What?
Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.